Well, hello everyone. My name is Derek Elliotson, and I'm the production director here at Central Community Church in St. Catharines, Ontario. And today we're going to be talking about the different types of microphones that you would be using on your stage or to mic your band, to do your show or event. So we thought, what better place to do that than to invite you here on our stage, and we'll walk around some of the different techniques and microphones that we use on a week-to-week basis. So let's talk about the different types of microphones that you would use on stage to mic your band. The biggest being, what's the difference between a condenser microphone and a dynamic microphone? The dynamic microphone, or moving coil microphone, operates electromagnetic induction to generate an output signal voltage. I know, that's not super helpful, but let's picture it. Like a miniature loudspeaker working in reverse, the diaphragm is attached to a fine coil of wire, and this coil is mounted in the air gap of the magnet such that it's free to move back and forth within the gap. So where a loudspeaker vibrates to output sound, it's kind of like a speaker vibrating to input sound. The diaphragm vibrates in response to your sound waves. So one of the major drawbacks of the dynamic microphone relates to the mass of this moving coil. The dynamic mic has a relatively poor transient response and is less sensitive on average than a condenser microphone. But I'll explain that in a second. The other major type of microphone is the condenser microphone. I have with me a popular C414 microphone here. The diaphragm of a condenser microphone is a very thin plastic film, coated on one side with gold or nickel and mounted very close to a conductive stationary backplate. So when a voltage is applied to the diaphragm by an external power supply, i.e. a battery or phantom power, the plus 48 volts off your mixing desk, the diaphragm and the backplate are separated by a small volume of air, and they form an electrical component called a capacitor, or condenser. The capacitance between these two plates varies by the suspended diaphragm as sound hits the diaphragm. It moves closer and further away from the backplate, creating sound. Now, because the diaphragm of the condenser is not loaded down with a mass of a coil, like a dynamic microphone is, it can respond very quickly to transients. Also, the condenser capsule can be made very, very small, and so condensers generally have excellent sonic characteristics and are widely used in highly professional sound reinforcement and recording.